What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Land Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Slez. In the co-host chair, as always, Titan Mike Kessinger.
What's going on, Kev?
What's up?
Another day, another $1.27.
Another week with no sports.
That's not true. We
No
had
good
NASCAR,
sports.
NASCAR, Korean baseball.
Sorry, no good sports. Let me rephrase that.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, there's some people
There's
get
a bunch
into,
of rednecks down in North Carolina, South Carolina.
some people get into that sort of thing.
Love them some NASCAR.
Not me though. So
It's 'cause
we're
you're not cultured. Not cultured.
What's
You're
that?
not cultured.
No, I'm not cultured, unfortunately. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's bad.
So we're gonna do a little something different this week. Once we'll talk about a few things, and then we'll get into. We got set up our top 5 moments in Cleveland and Ohio State sports.
Oh yeah.
Like of our generation, like not.
This is
going
your
back.
list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do no homework this week. It was nice.
Yeah, I did all the work
I had
this
a week
week.
off. I had a week off.
So we'll share that in a little bit. We got all the videos set up. Most of them are short videos. One of them's a bit longer. It's like 7 minutes. Couldn't figure out how to condense it. So
You're gonna play the whole 7-minute video?
yeah, why
Don't
not?
do that.
Why not?
Cause that's a lot of dead space.
Like-
Play the first minute and a half and
I can't.
You can't
Well,
just
I mean,
stop.
The end is what you want to see, and I can't figure out how to get to the end of it. One step at a time.
Wow, we're gonna stare at each other for 8 minutes.
So we'll get to that here shortly. So did you hear the news about Jadeveon Clowney? The Browns made I believe the largest offer to him of any team.
Yeah.
Supposedly according to Mary Kay Cabot, he's mulling over the offers right now, still deciding on what he wants to do.
I'm sure that the offer, he wants 17, 18 million a year, right?
Yeah.
He lowered it from 20.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Browns offered him probably 14 to 15.
Right.
Is roughly what he offered, and I'm sure he didn't want to drop that low, and that's why he said no.
Yeah, it's not
I
going to be
doubt-
much more than
I doubt-
Vernon's making.
No, they're not going to bring in someone who's injury prone, another injury prone guy who
Right.
didn't have a productive 1-year season, because he was on a 1-year contract in Seattle, and if you look up his stats in Seattle last year,
Yeah.
there were nothing,
Right.
nothing.
Right.
So no one's going to pay a guy another $50. We're not going to have $30 million in edge rushers on your roster who have not been productive the last 2 years.
Right.
That's just not smart business. So
I get it.
I love how everybody made a big thing. Oh, he just wasn't play for Cleveland. He just doesn't want to play for Cleveland. No, that's not it.
No,
like
that's not it.
he has probably 3 options right now: go back to Seattle, play for Cleveland, or play for Tennessee. Those are the only 3 teams still in the mix.
Right.
Heard the Bills bowed out because they were looking at him.
The Titans were looking at him too for a while.
Yeah, he's still in. They're still in there. They haven't shut the door. They're just
Yeah.
they're like we'll wait. You know,
Right.
we'll wait till the price gets to where we want to be, and then we'll see what happens. But like you think he has the same agent as Myles Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of young talent on this team. It's a stacked team. It has a lot of talent, a lot of proven good talent. I mean, it's a team that's poised to make a jump and be a playoff contender in 2020.
Right.
I'm sure he doesn't like. There's few teams that are in a position that Cleveland's in that he could go to, that have the cap space
Right.
and are willing to pay somewhere near what he wants. He's gonna have to wait probably till the league starts up, or his agent decides to go. All right, you're not getting anything, so we gotta do something
Right.
else. We gotta think Cleveland also gotta sign Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
So then Baker's coming up, and then you got Chubb and
Chubb
Ward.
and Ward. Yep.
I mean, so
Yeah, they're gonna have to allocate a lot of money towards that.
yeah, but you could sign Clowney at 15.
Well, the thing is,
$15 million, right?
If they
And
sign Clowney, they're gonna cut Vernon, so it's gonna
I
be a
doubt
wash.
why.
Because
Why?
they're not gonna keep both
Why not?
because it's too much money.
You kept both Jarvis Landry and Bill Beckham. That's a lot of money in a position that's
That's what I heard. If
nowhere near as valuable as an edge rusher.
they're gonna keep Vernon unless they find an upgrade.
Why not just keep both? Because next year, $30 million come off the books.
I'm just saying they won't. I guarantee it.
This year's cap's already set. This year's cap's not affected by the.
Because they're both going to want to start, and you can't start both of them.
You play Vernon on the inside. You're on a 4-3. You're inside.
Yeah, but you already got 2 good tackles.
Do you?
Richardson, Ogunjobi.
Yeah, because Ogunjobi was such a stud last year, wasn't he?
He was pretty good.
Pretty good. You said pretty good. That's not.
He's a developing young player.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, why don't you put someone in the line that doesn't need to be.
It's a good idea, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. If they sign
I don't see why not.
Clowney,
There's no reason. Why Vernon had a better year than Clowney did last year.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, Clowney really hasn't had that great of a year so far in the NFL. He's been decent,
he's had
but
a couple good years.
He hasn't been great. He hasn't been elite like you expected him to be coming out of college.
He didn't need to be in Houston. He had J.J. Watt on the side.
Yeah.
He's had to be productive. Like, he took a lot of the... He took some edge off. He took some pressure off of that side. And then for Clowney, I mean...
Right.
Or Watt, but... Browns would be stupid to cut.
Well,
both. Like,
I'd rather... I'd rather keep one and then sign a linebacker or two. That's the biggest
There's
need.
nothing available.
Clay Matthews.
Okay, you could get Clay Matthews for $8 million, and you have $30, $40 million in
cap
cash
but like
space.
you said, you got to keep some of that for
next
the
year.
extensions coming up.
For that, it will take effect next year,
yeah.
And all three of those players, you sign a 1-year deal. You have $40 million coming off your books next year. So all that money can go right to your team.
Well, supposedly the Clowney deal isn't a 1-year deal; it's a long.
Well, he's not going to get a long-term deal.
That's what the Browns supposedly offered him, more than 1 year.
I doubt it. There's no way in hell they offered him a multi-year deal. That'd be the stupid. That would be the stupidest thing Andrew Berry could have done.
Unless they're getting rid of Vernon, because Vernon signed for a couple more years.
Just one.
Vernon one more year?
This year, and that's it.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Vernon. That's why Vernon's gone, and he's not even guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Vernon, like you could.
Right. If they cut him,
you free up $15 million. You keep him next year. 15 comes off it. Regardless, $15 million is coming off your books after this season.
Right.
So you can sign Vernon or keep Vernon. Sign Clowney. Clowney and Vernon. Vernon doesn't have to be a starter. Like, Vernon's getting paid $15 million a year. All right. So you're gonna tell me I'm gonna get $15 million a year to come in there situationally. One, prolongs my career. 2, allows me to build up, and not be the number 2 guy, and not have to put all the pressure on me.
Right.
And make a statement and get another 2-3 year contract coming out of Cleveland. Fine, sure. The rotation on that line would be great. Vernon can go in the middle. He can play your 4-3 defensive tackle. He can alternate for end. Clowney can play an end. Clowney can even play the middle. He's a good run stopper. Yeah. He's better run stopper than he is pass rusher.
He'd probably be more likely to play inside than Vernon.
What'd you just do?
I don't know.
You broke it. But
yeah, we'll see what happens.
I would keep both. Like, I really you already had the money. It's already spent. That $15 million is already calculated in your budget right now. You have what, 38, 40? What's their salary cap right now?
They have 38 available.
Okay,
right
38 million. So you can literally say 15 for Clowney if that's how far it goes. 8, so 23. You'll still have 15 million cap space. So you sign Clay Matthews, and you sign Clowney, and then next year you have 38 million come off the books.
Now, here's another question. Would you give up a first and a third for Jamal Adams?
Why?
That's the other rumor.
You have 2 young safeties.
Yeah, but he's also a young safety and a stud.
I understand he's a stud, but a first and third, because Minka Fitzpatrick only costs a first.
That's supposedly the asking price.
No, I'm not going up a first and a third, because the Browns have other needs. If the Browns end up being what they want to be and drafting in, let's say the Browns draft in the early 20s, right? If there's not a premier linebacker, okay, let's just take this draft for example, this current draft for example, this one that just happened.
Yeah.
We had the 2 premier linebackers, right?
Right.
In the beginning, and no, just one. There's a guy from who is it? The linebacker out of
I can't remember.
Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons.
He was who's the only surefire all hands on linebacker, and then you had those other guys that were later on. Right. The Browns have a first round pick. They're picking in the 20s. You need linebacker, so you're gonna give up your first. You can give up a possible starting linebacker for the next 5 to 6 years for a safety when you already have a decent young safeties. Why?
Right. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's one of the things.
Because are you sure Jamal Adams is going to resign long term? Because he's had 2 years left on his contract, or 1?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
1 or 2. It's only 1 or 2. So you're gonna give a first and a third. What if he doesn't want to? What if the Browns still suck?
Yeah, and he's going to want to be the highest paid safety
Yes,
in the league.
so he's going to re-sign. The Browns aren't going to allocate that much money in a safety. You're going to have to allocate it in Baker or Miles. And who says he's going to even stay?
Right. No, that's true.
I think that'd be one of the dumbest moves. Like, again, it's appealing. It's, oh, my God, you know. But you need, you know, front seven help before you need the back end. I think your back end is fine. It's one of the stronger points of your defense. Your middle of your defense is where it's weak at. So save that first round pick and draft a linebacker. If we landed where they're supposed to be landing, and you know it'll be potential playoff team, you're looking at 20, 23,
right
in that area, 19. You know.
And they're still trying to be aggressive. I mean,
I understand that, but don't be stupid.
Right.
You don't.
So far,
you're not in a rebuild mode where you have situation, you know.
Right.
Or you're not in a mode where you're like right there. Like Dallas would be a perfect spot for Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
They have their quarterback in place. Well, he's an idiot right now. If he for not $35 million a year.
Right.
Because you ain't Dak Prescott, dude. You haven't done shit. Right. But he went from Dak Prescott money. It's ridiculous. But
So did you hear Baker Mayfield's comments? Kind of what everybody was thinking. He said this is a make or break year for him.
Well, yeah, he knows that because that's what the media is saying. I mean,
but he also said that this new offense with Stefanski is like perfect for him.
It's easy. It's idiot proof.
He should excel in this offense for sure.
It's idiot proof. It's a lot of 2 tight end sets, short. It's a short, calculated throws.
Right.
That's what it is. It's Tom Brady's-esque type offense.
Yep.
You know, because Tom Brady never really went super deep his whole career.
No.
You know, it was always 15 to 20 yard, you know, calculated high success rate throws that made him what he did.
Right.
Only difference is Baker has a running back behind him.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah, so I mean.
So things aren't looking up for baseball this year. Owners made a recent proposal to the players, which
a 50-50 share.
Yeah, the big pay cut for the players.
They think it's a salary cap, which.
Right.
So this is weird. I kind of feel for both. I understand the player side and I understand the owner side. I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of on the fence of who I should. I always like to gear towards the players because I know the owners, the billionaires. You know, billionaire problems.
Yeah.
All right, it's billionaires versus millionaires, right? It's just a battle of the wealthy. It's a pissing contest right now.
And that's the problem, the way things are right now with people not working and
I
losing their jobs.
And
people don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to hear Snell say, "Oh, I'm taking a risk. I'm taking a risk going out there, you know, blah 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 blah," or Mike Trout going, "Well, with this new one, I could lose $16 million a year." Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still making $6 million a year.
Right.
For
more than we'll see in our lifetime.
Season
right.
For I'm sorry about your problem. It sucks. You're gonna lose that much money. It does suck. I fully understand. I feel that sucks. I get that, but there's a bunch of people that watch you and find solace in watching MLB baseball. It's their spot where they can just come and relax and wind down, and they enjoy it. You put out a product that keeps people sane and happy, and it's something like it's just a part of America. It's a part of us as a people that we watch sports to find a different avenue instead of our normal lives. You know, it's a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You know, we watch sports to break away from that.
Exactly.
But you want to complain and bitch and moan because you're gonna take a small pay cut. I get that sucks, but half America during this shit has took pay cuts or took no pay because their shit closed down, and now we have to listen to you complain. You're still getting paid. It's a contract. So you know what? Fuck it. Say I don't want to take no money.
There's still tons of people that aren't even getting unemployment yet.
It's a contract. Your contract says I'll pay you this amount of money to play baseball.
Right.
All right. Fine. You're going to pay me that amount of money, but what if you don't play baseball? Do they still have to pay you that amount of money because you didn't do the service for them? Contracts work both ways, and I don't know if they understand that. If you don't play the games, you don't get paid. Right. And if you don't get paid, you don't play the games.
Exactly.
See how it works there? So you're going to have to make 1 year, make a sacrifice, if they really want to get paid anything, Let's come together. I understand the players. And Mark Scherzer said, "Open your books. Let us show us that you're actually taking hits and playing in the red." And I think that's the owner's biggest fear. Like Dolan for Cleveland. For Cleveland in general, for Dolan's biggest fear is to have to open his books and show Cleveland that he has not been in the red for the past 4 years, and he's making so much more money because he can no longer hide behind the curtain of, well, I don't have to show you my books.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, fine. But now we know that you are profitable, as profitable as any other franchise in MLB, but you still can't pay our best players. Why?
Right.
He's gonna end up having to sell the team because he's not gonna be able to live in Cleveland no more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so it's this situation. I personally don't know if there's gonna be baseball. I think something will happen. I think they'll be able to work something out because I don't think either the owners don't want to lose that much money and the players don't want to lose that much money.
Yeah, they still have time, but I mean, the original plan was to start like another spring training like June 10th or somewhere around there, so that they could start playing by 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, they still got a few weeks to try to hammer something out. So hopefully they can get it worked out. We'll see. If not,
but do you see the NHL's thing?
No.
They're coming back, and they're coming back with they're nixing the regular season. It's a 24-team playoff. The Blue Jackets end up being a 9th seed, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So
that's what it sounds like the NBA is doing too. The teams that are in the playoffs, and then like the 3-4 that are on the fringe that can possibly get in and playing like
they're
12 to
16
16
like the
games.
World Cup. I think they did like there's like groups. So like there would be 20 teams in the playoffs.
And they'll be playing like one conference in Orlando and the other one in Las Vegas.
Or all of it in Orlando.
Yeah,
like,
to reduce travel, which that's
ESPN,
fine.
Disney Park, whatever. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. I mean, that's fine. They just need to get going. Like the longer you wait, I don't know what the hell the NBA is thinking. They're waiting so long. Like, we'll come back by August.
Right.
Okay, so August and the draft, then free agency, and then the season starts in December.
Yeah, they're talking about moving the season back.
Even farther than December?
Yeah. So, yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully they just get it going already. Because I think they've already pushed the draft back to end of August, which is usually June. So they pushed that out 2 months.
I don't know. Adam Silver is literally like 100% like baby pussyfooting around this decision to come back. Like, just go.
Right.
Like, women's soccer is coming back before that. Like,
right.
You're gonna tell me women's soccer is gonna be back for one of the big three? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
And the NBA was supposed to come back in like June, July. Now they're like, we'll play in August-ish, you know.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Just jump in there, play, get it over with, so your guys have a break so they can just stop thinking about when we come back. We come back when we come back.
Right.
You know how much mental stress and shit that's put on these players?
Oh, I know.
The what if, the wondering, the always, I just want to be able to be like, all right, I'm done. We're done. Next year, cool. I can just get this season out of my head and just relax.
Yeah.
And do what I have to do for the off season and just, prepare for next year.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. All right, I guess we can get into our top 5 moments. We have our top 5, and we also have an honorable mention that we're going to throw in here. One that was kind of hard to keep out of the top 5 because it was such a memorable a moment. Talking about the Seattle Mariners game from a few years back when they were down 14-2, came all the way back and ended up winning it in extra innings. As I told Mike before the show, I had tickets to the game. Had to work the next morning, so I gave them to my cousin. So he got to enjoy the comeback, and I didn't. I watched it, though. But we'll kick it off with that one. And here we go for your enjoyment.
14-11 Mariners. 3 on, 2 out. The runners go. Down the line! It's headed into the corner! 1 run is in! And it goes through! They have tied the game! Vizcarra to third! It's 14-14! Unbelievable! They have come back from a 12-run deficit and tied the game!
Of course,
of the season. This could be one right here. Why were they not guarding the line defensively at first base? Why was Charles Gibson not playing deeper in right field? Hard to understand, but because of both of those things, we're right back where we started with a tie ball game. Could make them a winner. And there it is, base hit. McLemore charges. Here comes Lofton. Here comes the throw. Deep, and Cleveland has won it. This base hit by Cabrera on a broken bat, no less. And Kenny Lofton, he needed every bit of his speed to beat this throw by McLemore, and he just barely did. He got stepped on for his trouble. And we have seen something that had happened only 2 other times in more than 100 years of Major League Baseball. A team coming from a 12-run deficit to win a game. And the first time in 76 years since it happened against the Cleveland Indians. And they get their revenge 76 years later.
All right, so that was the big 14-2 deficit comeback.
That has to be one of my favorite Indian moments. Like, that game was crazy. You're down 14-2, and you end up winning 15-14. It's just nuts. Like, if you give those tickets, you're an idiot. Like,
I was an idiot.
The atmosphere of Cleveland, that's like a championship, almost like a championship feeling. If you stay in that game,
right?
Whew, can you imagine being there and just getting trashed after just partying on this? Oh man.
You know, I enjoyed about it too is I always hated Lou Piniella, so I loved watching him squirm in the dugout. They kept showing him.
Oh yeah,
during the whole comeback.
He's like, oh, we're good. 14-4, whatever. 14-6. Okay. 14-10. What the? 14-13. Oh my Jesus.
Just became history, buddy.
Yeah. So.
All right, that takes us into our top 5.
Are we going 5 through 1 or 1 through 5?
Yeah, 5 through 1.
We're count down. All right. You didn't even give me a list. I have no idea how.
Yeah, I did.
Where?
I gave you the paper.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. It's up there. It was on top.
This shit was new?
Yeah, it was on top of the old stuff.
Oh, then no shit. There it is.
All right, so we'll play it and then we'll give some fun facts about each one after the video. This is the one that's a little longer. I couldn't figure out how to condense it, so enjoy the entire video.
I feel bad for this, man.
It's the number 5 is the Indians' 22-game winning streak from 2017, and here we go.
And Lindor 0 for 4 on the night. 2 down, bottom of the ninth, 2-2 pitch, swung on, line drive, deep left field, back goes Gordon, he's at the wall, he leaps, he can't make the catch! Coming around third with the tying run is Gonzalez, into second is Lindor, the Indians have tied it, down to their last strike in the bottom of the ninth.
Right man in the right spot. I'll tell you what, he juiced that ball to left field. I knew Gordon was going to have a problem because the miles per hour on that pitch, if you put a good stroke on it, it's going to carry. And what a clutch hit by Lindor. Give Frankie his 38th double and an RBI. And there's now a chance to win this ball game.
Jose Ramirez to lead it off for the Tribe, and he takes a first pitch strike. One ball, one strike. Brandon Maurer started the year with the Padres. All in all, not great numbers. Ramirez lines one right center field into the gap. It'll be cut off by Lorenzo Cain. And Ramirez is going for 2. Here's the throw. He is saved. Unbelievable hustle.
I mean, seriously, you don't think that's a will to get to second base? When Lorenzo Cain, one of the better center fielders in the game, has the ball in front of him. And he was challenging him. He thought he was going to stop. And Jose just never stops. That's his 50th double. Watch this. It surprised him, I believe. He had to put a little extra on the throw, and it wasn't accurate. Instead of getting rid of it quickly. That's what pressure can do. But this kid is something special here. My goodness. Look at, he was thinking of stopping and then challenged him. Great hustle. That's the winning run, folks.
We showed you that double from yesterday, earlier in the game, and it was the same sheer determination and will. And now Edwin Encarnacion takes a strike. The winning run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 10th.
I think 99% of the people would have stopped at first base in that situation.
And Edwin swinging for the downs comes up empty. It's 0-2.
That double from yesterday, earlier in the game.
Mauer's 0-2. Up and away. He's just rearing back and throwing it as hard as he can right now, hoping he can get out of this jam. Encarnacion, Jay Bruce to follow. And a foul right back. He was on that one, but at 97, tough to square up. And the 1-2 way outside. Encarnacion takes, and that evens the count. Nerves are a bit frazzled here in Cleveland, Ohio. And the 2-2 just a bit outside, and now a full count. The crazy thing about this is that you have that feeling, and yet it's just a regular season game. It's just history they're playing for.
No, they want to keep this thing rolling, boy. They want to go to number 22.
The 3-2. Check. Did he go? They appeal. He did not. And a walk to Encarnacion. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like Game 7 of a postseason series where you know if you don't win, it's over. There's still another game tomorrow, but this has a different feel than any regular season game I can ever remember.
No doubt. And Ramirez tonight has been right in the middle of it all. First 2 at-bats, base hits, down in the count with 2 strikes. Then he hits the double that made it interesting and set up that inning. They didn't score, but here it is. I mean, this is sheer will. This is wanting to get yourself in scoring position, challenge the center fielder to make a good throw, and he did not.
Now Jay Bruce. Wow, almost hit him. Jay is 0 for 3, walked back in the 6th inning. And the fans with the Bruce call. And out to the mound. These are actual boos.
Maybe some of them.
They're not Butera calls. As he goes to talk to Mauer.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to speed it up a little bit. He was basically all fastballs early. And then Ramirez got on second. He had Encarnacion down, and he ended up taking that walk and working himself an at-bat to get on first base.
The 1-0. In off the plate.
These are the 2 guys that had the opportunity back in the 8th inning. Jay Bruce, Santana on deck. That could have tied the game for the Indians then.
Ripped to right.
It's
down
over.
the line. Fair ball. Around third. Ramirez will score. It's a walk-off for number 22.
All right, so that was the 22-game winning streak, the final game in 2017 when they set the record. Ended up being the most consecutive wins without a tie. Of course, the Giants had 26 straight wins back in, it was like 1917, but they had a tie in there. So, you want to go over some of the fun facts from that streak?
Yeah, we can go. We can dive into a little bit before the next one.
So they had in the 22 game winning streaks, they had 4 1-run games.
You mean like they won by 1 run?
Yeah.
Okay, or they scored 1 run.
Right. 4 2-run games, 1 3-run game, 4 4-run games, and 9 of 5 or more runs. So not many of the games were close.
Yeah.
They had walk-off. The walk-off in game 22 is the only walk-off in the streak. 198 total innings in the 22-game streak. They only trailed for 8 innings. Out of 198.
A few of them were in the 22nd game.
Yeah. Then they swept 2 doubleheaders and had a .304 team batting average and a 1.77 ERA by the starting rotation during the streak.
And this was after their World Series run, and this team was so much more talented, in my opinion, than the year they went the year before.
Yeah.
And they go and get swept.
Yeah,
I remember listening.
So disappointing.
I remember listening to some of these games on the radio. I prefer to, if I'm not at the game, I prefer just to listen to them on the radio.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Tom Hamilton.
And then, I'll be cutting the grass listening to the game. And that's what I did. I mean, I enjoyed that. And it was exciting to watch, listen to those games. They really kept you. Those 2 years, the Indians, it was like Indians town again. It was like the early mid-90s, when...
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was, and now we're looking at the early 90s and the late 80s.
Yeah.
Indians where we were just trash and
right.
we were step stool and we're see you there.
All right, so that was number 5. Number 4 takes us back to 2002 and the Ohio State Football National Championship.
Did you know ESPN was doing a little thing tonight?
Yeah. So pretty fitting that we're doing this.
Yeah. They labeled it the call that never was.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yep.
As a Ohio State fan, does that piss you off?
It does. It does.
Do you not really care? Because me, I'm like a diehard Buckeye fan, for them to say the call never was, it was a bullshit call anyways. It wasn't even a...
And then like we talked about, you look back on
it should have been a no call, just like it was.
Before then, the regulation, the Chris Gamble catch that wasn't. It should have been a catch.
Yeah,
and it was interfered with 2 times before he even made the catch.
Yeah, and they called no catch, so they kept the ball. We got offense back on the field and downed it.
Yep.
And game over.
Right.
No overtime. But Miami fans won't look at that. They only go, we took out your quarterback and your running back. All right. We got a more dominant team. That you guys were a 13-point favorite coming in that game. 34-game win streak or 32-game win streak, and we're Ohio State team that barely beat Cincinnati in the regular season that year.
Right. And
you're gonna tell us that you guys got cheated? Oh, you know what? No, you got outplayed by a team, not even a more talented team. I'm not even gonna get you wrong.
Huge underdog.
Dude, they were 100%. Dude, you had bench players getting drafted in the first round. All right. That's how deep that Miami team was. And you got beat by a team that wanted it more. They came together and played a team sport and just beat you.
Yep.
It was like the Little Giants all over again.
Yeah.
It's what happened. I mean, so quit crying about it. That one call doesn't change the game. You guys should never have been in the situation to be trailing before the end of the regulation. You guys should have rolled us or steamrolled us like Florida did in 2007.
Yep.
That's what should have happened, but you guys didn't. So no, you had a bunch of opportunities and you blew them all.
Well, let's take a look at the end, the finish of that game in 2002.
Is this a sack?
Yeah, the almost sack.
The pressure.
Yeah, the pressure.
Wilhelm just stuffed him.
Well, the ball is actually a little short of the 1-yard line now. It is 4th down, the final play, unless they can stick it in the end zone. Andre Johnson, Roscoe Parrish, and Kellen Winslow, and Dorsey under pressure. Throws it! Incomplete! The Buckeyes win! C. Grant was the man who crashed
pressured Dorsey, and now the party begins for the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are 14 and
All right, so that was the final play there with funny we're going to mention this name, C. Grant, making the pressure on Ken Dorsey, forcing the bad throw. Tentatively, we're planning on having C. Grant as a guest on our show next week.
That's pretty fun.
So we'll confirm it this weekend, but everything is looking good for that.
And we'll find out what was going through his head in the moment that play happened, you know, and leading up to it. And
yeah, it'll be fun to pick his brain about that season and that game in particular.
And maybe what he thinks about the upcoming season.
Yep.
Buckeye season and Brown season.
Yep. All right, so that was number 4. And number 3, we're staying on the Buckeye National Championship train and taking us to 2014.
I don't understand how in this list did you put them in this.
I went by the vote.
These should be.
I went by the vote. I put the poll up online.
Yeah,
and it was like 75%.
It was 51
you sure?
to 49. It was a close. It was.
Which one?
2002 won 51.
Because I put up 2 polls. I put one on Facebook, one on Twitter.
I saw
the Twitter one was, I think, 75% 2014. It was more 2014 heavy.
But when I saw the 2002 won 51 to 49.
All right, that's probably the Facebook. I put up 2 different polls, one on each one of our pages. But here we go with the 2014. This is a little highlight reel. Here we go.
Snap to Jones out of the shotgun. Hands it Elliott straight ahead, and he's found a hole. Elliott on the move to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5. Touchdown Ezekiel Elliott of Ohio State. 33 yards to the house for Ezekiel Elliott. His 15th rushing touchdown of the year, and Ohio State a point after from tying this game. They trail 7 to the Oregon 1. Snap to Jones, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, tosses in the end zone, and it is a catch on a touchdown for Nick Vanette. The tight end slipped into the left corner of the end zone and gets his 5th touchdown catch of the year. Cardale Jones with his 7th touchdown pass of the season. And Ohio State has their first lead of the night, 13-7. 4th and goal. Ducks to the Ohio State 3. Now Marshall breaks out of the backfield. Mariota the snap. Mariota gives to Tyner, and Tyner pushing forward. Tyner still pushing forward. No signal yet. And he did not get into the end zone on 4th down. Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield to the right of Cardale Jones, who's getting it under center. Takes the snap, goes straight ahead, and he slips into the end zone. It looked like Oregon had him bottled up at first, but Jones spun to the right and went into the end zone, and he gets the touchdown. Ohio State 20, Oregon 7. Marshall motions into the backfield. Handoff Elliott on a left angle, runs it to the 10, wide to the 5, and to the goal line, and into the end zone. Touchdown Ezekiel Elliott of Ohio State. 9-yard run by the sophomore from St. Louis, Ezekiel Elliott. 27-20, Ohio State. Jones in a shotgun. Elliott to his right. Snap to Jones. Gives it Elliott. Elliott going to right side. Elliott punches it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd running TD of the night for Ohio State on a 2-yard run. 34-20 Buckeyes. Resets in the shotgun. Cardale Jones gets the snap. Jones gives it Elliott. Straight ahead goes Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown. 4th of the night for the Ohio State sophomore tailback. Marcus Mariota in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back at his 35 to pass. Mariota bumps off one defender, rolls to the right, tries to elude another one, and yet another one, rolls to his left at his own 30. Mariota just flings that one down the left side of the field. Intercepted by Eli Apple at the 25, and Apple will go to the ground at the 32, and that's it. Ohio State national champions for the 8th time as they defeat Oregon 42-20.
All right, that was the 2014 National Championship. 42-20 was the final. So, of course, that season they won with their 3rd-string quarterback after Braxton Miller and J.T. Barrett got injured.
I didn't hear to play no school. Infamous quote. But I remember watching that game. I remember that season, which it's not far. I can't believe that was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, that championship happened. It feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
But JT goes down. We're like, oh man, and Cardale Jones there, and we already have a 1-loss game first game of the season, Virginia Tech. So we're dogfighting from the beginning of the season to even get into, first playoff to get selected, you know, because we don't know how this is going to work.
Right.
And we need a showing against in the Big Ten Championship where we end up just slating the Badgers.
59 to nothing. That was insane.
Just bullet train them. And it stamped our card, you know, we got the 4th spot. A lot, like, the TCU was the team that the first one out, I think there was that year.
Yeah, they were bitter.
Yeah, they were really bitter. Well, that's because the Big 12 didn't have a championship game.
Right.
So, if the Big 12 had a championship that year and TCU would have won it, Ohio State may not have made the playoff. Yeah, Alabama wins the national championship.
Right.
Because Ohio State plays Alabama, which most people feel like that was the title game. You know, that was the big game.
Yep.
Meyer versus Saban, you know.
Yeah.
Battle of the Juggernauts, you know, North meets South, the Civil War 2.0, you know, just it's intriguing battle, you know, all these storylines, and then it was a grudge match. It was not.
It was. No, that was a fun game. It was back and forth.
That was probably, to be honest with you, that was probably the better of the 2 games.
Even it was.
The national championship had the better, like, after they won.
Yeah.
But that Sugar Bowl, that'll go down as one of my favorite bucket games of all time.
Yeah, that was a fun
100%.
game. Definitely a fun game. So yeah, they blew out number 11 Wisconsin, and they beat 1 and 2 consecutively and finished 14-1 and won their 8th national title.
Yeah, I'm glad I've been able to see 2 of them in my lifetime. Hopefully we'll just see a few more.
Yep.
I mean, I'm young enough for.
I'm hoping. They got the talent coming in. So.
Hopefully. Because you know what, like I love Urban Meyer. What Urban Meyer did for Ohio State, he made us an even bigger powerhouse than it was when we were Tressel.
Right.
With Urban Meyer and now Ryan Day coming there, Ryan Day isn't the person that's gonna like. Have you noticed like every time Urban Meyer goes to a school, he wins, and there's a fucking issue.
Yeah.
And
right.
then he retires.
Yeah.
And he comes back a few years later.
Yeah.
And he'll win, and there'll be an issue.
Right.
And he'll retire. I'm hoping Ryan Day just continues his success and this,
I think he will.
And there's not an issue where he I gotta slip out the back door. I'll come back in a few. You know, new team, new face, new number, who that type of situation. You know, and so we'll see. But we're going like you said, we're going to number 2.
Number 2, one of the best moments.
It's a bittersweet moment, right? It's a great moment, but like knowing the outcome of it makes it like an all for nothing.
Right.
But most Cleveland fans will probably know what we're talking about. Was that Roger Davis home run that tied the game in Game 7 of the World Series?
Yeah, ball for Aroldis Chapman.
Where we're down. We were up 3-1. Cubs come back. Same year Cleveland was down 3-1 and we come back.
Yeah.
So it's like karma. But we tied up and I'm sitting there watching the game like, oh, we're gonna lose, and boom, and I'm like, there's no way we're losing this game. This is our game then. And then the rain delay, which was a bogus, in my opinion, the most bogus and premature rain delay.
Did not need to happen.
I've seen them play in a lot heavier rain than that shit before.
Yeah.
But and I'm just wondering if it's you call me I don't know what you want to call me, like what's that word, conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm wondering if it wasn't a little bit rigged, you know? Cleveland already broke, city of Cleveland broke their curse.
Yeah, we couldn't have 2.
Chicago was 102 years without a championship.
Right.
So they're like, you know what? Because that rain delay was just so well timed and so out of left field, so
just
early.
Sucked all the momentum out.
Yeah, it just and like people say, oh, momentum's nothing. Momentum has a
bullshit.
big thing.
Yeah, especially
people
in the
got
playoffs.
it back, and you're gonna come back from a rain delay and just be like, boom.
Yeah.
See, I think it was a little premature. I think it literally
may
have been a little bit of a conspiracy, but who knows? We'll never know. So
let's re-enjoy that special moment.
Rajay
Davis tying it up.
And then.
Two outs, Geyer at second. 6-4, Cubs leading the Indians. Game 7 of what has been a classic World Series between two teams that have longed for that championship more years than any other two franchises in baseball. 68 years for the Indians, 108 years for the Cubs. Now the pitch. Swung on, line to deep left field.
see the celebration out of the Indians' third base dugout. Rajay Davis, a bullet, two-run homer down the left field line, clearing the 19-foot wall. We are tied at 6.
All right, so that was Rajay Davis tying the game up in Game 7 of 2016 World Series. Of course, they trailed 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. A lot of people forget Brandon Guyer kept that inning going. He had a good at bat. I think he had like 7 or 8 pitch at bat, followed off with some tough pitches, and on a 3-2 pitch, he doubled down the right field line, set that up. Rajay Davis, interesting stat, was 3 for 20 in the series before that big hit, so he did not have a good series.
And we didn't bring him back in the next following year, did we? I wish we would have too, because we could have used him. Like, I like Rajay Davis, like I really did.
Yeah,
people thought he was over the hill.
Yeah,
he wasn't on a big contract. Like he wasn't making massive amounts of money, but he could like he had a little slump here and there, but he was fairly productive for Cleveland. In a small stint, we had him.
He was a good pinch hitter off the bench for sure.
Yeah. And he was a good sub outfielder too. Like his defense didn't worry me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. If he goes out there, I'm not like, oh crap.
Right.
Like I'm like, all right, dude, you're good. Like we're not gonna miss a step. But
a lot of people said too that might have been the loudest Progressive Field has ever been.
I'm sure it was, because Cleveland was 68 years or 62 years without a chair. Well, then still don't have one.
Right.
And probably won't see one for a hot minute.
Yeah.
As long as the Dolans own Cleveland Indians. But that's another topic we touched about multiple times.
And he had the RBI single in the bottom of the 10th too that made it 8-7 before Michael Martinez, dribbler, to end the game. Kind of got stuck there. Had nobody left on the bench, and Martinez had to hit. That kind of sucked, and then of course overshadowed by the bullshit rain delay and Indians blowing a 3-1 series lead.
Yeah, we should have that. And I blame Trevor Bauer for playing with fucking Jones.
And cutting his fingers.
And forcing Kluber to pitch 6 out of 7 games in the World Series. Which he really didn't pitch 6 out of 7, but you know.
Right, it seemed like
it was like the dude was always pitching. It was a crazy moment.
Yep.
So.
All right, that brings us to our number 1 moment. Is the only major championship in Cleveland, breaking the 52-year drought. That was, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. So here we go.
Iguodala to inbound. Shumpert trying to stay with Curry. Catches one dribble, steps back, puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound tip taken by Spades. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions. Cleveland's long sports nightmare has ended. The drought is over. 52 years. Time to celebrate a title. And the emotions for LeBron James, who delivers on his promise to come home and bring a championship to his beloved hometown.
Mariners. All right, that was the number 1 moment in our top 5. The Cleveland Cavaliers winning the 2016 NBA championship, taking out the Golden State Warriors, who set the regular season record at 73-9, best record.
It's just sad that could have been number 2. It could have been back-to-back for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because the previous year, the injury, I mean...
Right.
Could have been what if? Like, could you... It'd been so much easier. Like, I think, LeBron's legacy, if he split the Warriors 2-2. Like, can you blame LeBron for losing because Kevin Durant and Steph Curry 2 years in a row?
No.
Like, look at he had, Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, right?
Yeah, the first year, 2017.
Yeah, he didn't have Kyrie Irving the second year.
No, then that's when they traded him, and that's when he...
Who do we have? Kevin Love. What was the third? Who was their third? Exactly.
Yeah, they had Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, all the guys they acquired, and
yeah,
Hood was trash.
There's no other third third superstar.
Yeah,
but
you didn't have the third, the big
you didn't know big
third
three
wheel.
There, but, Golden State had technically a big 3.5. If you want to count Draymond Green,
Yeah,
Draymond as
Draymond's
a
the
0.5 because Clay, Steph, and Kevin. I mean,
right.
That's potent. They're all three can shoot from outside. Kevin can control the paint. I mean,
even if they kept Irving, I don't know if they still would have won in 2018. Plus,
I don't know, maybe
he was injured. So,
yeah,
I mean, he would have been injured here too. So chances are he might not have been healthy enough to play. But it's all a big what if.
Oh yeah.
But at least we got the one in 2016. Would have had 2015, if not for Love and Kyrie going down. You had LeBron and Dellavedova as the number 2. So, and they still almost took him to the brink. So
yeah, it went to 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But 2016, the Cavs were 16-5 in the postseason. Swept the first 2 series and beat Toronto in 6 games, 4-2, and then of course 4-3 in the finals. Then LeBron's block of Andre Iguodala, one of the best blocks in NBA history, set up by J.R. Smith, making him change directions on his shot.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't mention that.
Well, see, what people don't mention either is you hear the shot, the block,
The stop. Yeah, Kevin Love
the stop
on Curry.
Kevin Love's defense on that little freak Curry. For Kevin Love to play that type of defense.
Only time he played defense in his career.
For him to play that good of defense on that great of a shooter.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, that's not talked about. It's super underrated, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves for that little split moment in time. So
The one thing I didn't think about too, they were the first playoff team to clinch all series wins on the road since the 1999 San Antonio Spurs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I never even thought about. Didn't even know about, actually. Didn't think about it.
No one cared. I didn't really care where they won as long as they
Right.
win.
As long as they win.
You can win on Mars.
Yeah.
You want to play a neutral site in Hong Kong? Cool. You win. You win. I don't care where you're playing. I don't care what you're wearing when you're playing. Just win the game.
And LeBron James was the Finals MVP. After that,
who else would have been it?
Game 7 performance: 27 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, triple double. So that wraps up our top 5. That was fun.
That was fun.
So we had a question after one of the Ohio State videos from Lee Travis. Said, you guys think tickets will skyrocket and be hard to get for Ohio State games with there being less fans? They're talking about going 20,000
to 50,000. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is you gotta think it's gonna go to boosters, alumni, and get the first pick of those tickets, right?
Yep.
So they're gonna get the cream of the crop tickets and stuff. And they're going to be limited quantity, so then students are going to get tickets.
Right.
They're going to get them probably before general public. So you got to take those three tiers of people, get the first dibs on the tickets.
Yep.
And then it's going to open up to general public. So yeah, there's going to be probably a little gouge of price. You're going to probably see $20 to $50 per ticket raise.
Right.
I wouldn't say skyrocket, tripling the tickets, but a $50 ticket last year might cost $75 this year, and a $100 ticket might cost $150 this year. Something like that. Because that's gonna, in theory, you have 50,000 seats. It's gonna be like you're selling 80,000 seats or 75,000 seats, maybe, right. or 60,000 seats. Maybe not that drastic, but selling 60,000 seats with that amount of money because you're making up a little bit of revenue to keep things going. But Ohio State's revenue is so protected, and so they're not going to be one to feel. It's going to be these smaller schools that are going to feel the burn. Ohio State's already said they're not going to cut any of their 38 sporting programs or something like that. 33 sporting programs this year.
Right.
So none of those in danger. So we'll see. But I don't think they're going to skyrocket. But I do see an increase coming. It just has to. Just like Browns tickets. Browns tickets may be more expensive than normal, especially if you can't have full fans and stands. You're going to see an increase regardless.
Right, yeah. Nobody knows what's going to happen right now with NCAA and NFL as far as fans go.
No. But there's going to be a season, which is good.
Yeah, because if MLB and NBA come back, there's going to be no fans. That's pretty much a given.
Well, NBA, no, because indoors.
Yeah, I know NBA said that they're gonna let like immediate family and like maybe like a certain amount of friends are allowed to
Guests.
attend.
Like
Guests like for a
4
certain amount of guests per
and,
player.
Yeah, I think like 6. I think I read 6 or 7 people per player,
Right.
or 10 people per player, or something like that. Because you only got to think you got. Well, that's gonna be 220 people in a fucking stadium.
Right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easily you can space them out.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Social
Like,
distancing will not be a problem there.
No. But that's gonna be baseball's gonna be the hard. I mean, football's gonna be wow. Basketball will be the hardest one to have fans in. All the other ones are outside sports, so social distancing if you can limit it, you have outside. You're not congested, so you'll have more airflow. So I can see baseball having fans sooner.
Right.
I think fans could be. I wouldn't rule out fans 100% for baseball. Maybe not in the very beginning.
Yeah.
But maybe halfway through, once things clear up, we'll see what's going on.
Hopefully it continues to die down.
Yeah, tickets will probably go up, but not. I don't think they'll be crazy increase. But
Right.
you'll see an increase.
Oh, I'm sure, without a doubt.
I have to. Oh, excuse me. So.
All right. Well.
Next week we got a couple. We'll have all the guests hopefully.
Yeah, we'll have we'll get it set up and have C. Grant call in and we'll pick, like you said, pick his brain on the 2002 championship season and all the craziness of that game and what he thinks about the Buckeyes season upcoming and maybe we can get him back on during the season sometime and talk about the Buckeyes.
I want to find out if he's ever actually watched that 2002 game in its entirety.
Yeah.
After the fact, because
Right.
Dustin Foxy on his show, he said he's never watched it.
Really?
Never watched it entirely.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know.
So I mean, I wonder if he sat there and watched it, what his thought about if he sees himself doing something stupid.
Right.
If he's like, man, if I could just done that. If I just is that why people don't watch it because they don't want to
I know he corrected somebody on Twitter today. There was these guys going back and forth about that last play, and one guy said, "I know for a fact that I forget." He said somebody told me it was not a design blitz, that he blitzed on his own, and Seagrand jumped in. And he's like, "No," he goes, "That was design. It was a design blitz on that last play."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. Next week should be a good show.
Yeah, it's our first guest, hopefully first of many.
That's not our first guest. It's our first. We've had.
Well, our first.
Those are guests.
Our first notable guest.
Don't discredit that. But.
No, I don't want to discredit Superfan Matt. He's a celebrity in his own.
And then they had the OCW general manager.
Yeah, we had Glenn Lane call in. So yeah,
So, I got you guys back. Kevin don't give a damn about you two.
Sorry, Glenn.
So.
Didn't mean to discredit you. All right. Guess that's it for last week. It was a fun show, and hopefully be another fun one next week with C. Grant. So hopefully I'll take some questions too. I'll make a post if anybody has any questions you want us to ask him. You can shoot them to us, and we'll try to fit as many in as we can. We're going to compile some.
We're not going to make this just a Q&A.
Yeah.
But if there's anything in there good that we think we'll
go through them and
we'll figure it out.
All right, guys. Until next week, we'll see you.
Later.